niggas, I'm back, bitch. And no, this ain't Rock the Mic or Mac, bitch. I'm on that, what's your life like? That Mac and Brad back to back shit.
Get to it, y'all matching caskets. Bastard,
Bastards.
it's the bully in the way. Got my Tim Boots jeans on, hoodie in a gauge.
Got my vest, my gloves, my Scully in a K. 100 shots for whoever wanna play.
Start off changing with your neighbors, mad quick. All we came to do is get the papers, that's it. Cooperate and give us what we came for, that's all. Before I let her round off and flip you backwards, gymnastics.
The bully back walking the payment. You should find something.
Yo, what's the deal? It's your boy Jack Frost, J-A double the K, double the gunplay, double the murder, your favorite MC around your way. And right now you're checking out my man DJ Circuit Breaker, CommissionTV.com. Holla Jack, you haters.
DJ Circuit Breaker, CommissionTV.com. You know what it is. I only bring out the fucking hottest. I'm here with Jack Frost. You know what it is.
Icy hot. You know what I'm talking about? Coldest and the hottest, all in one. You know what I'm talking about? Your boy Frost, man. Beard is in the building. What's hood with you?
What's good with you, man? You know, when I do my interviews, I like to let the people know the history of an artist so they can know, you know, the work that you put in. You know what I mean, to get to the level that you at today. So I wanna start out with, you know, your beginnings in hip hop, and you know who influenced you and when did you start?
All right, let's start with who influenced me, cause that's where it all started at. My biggest two influences was when I say three, it was like three stages. It was Tila Rock. It was a rapper named Tila Rock. That was one of Russell Simmons' first artists on Def Jam. He had a single called It's Yours. And It's Yours was just like amazing to me at the time because everybody else was rapping like real ABC-ish. You know what I'm saying? And then the beat was stupid and everything. And I was young hanging around. I always hung around the older niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I never, like the dudes my age, my homies my age, back then, they used to question me like they used to, you know, like, yo, why you hang around them, the old heads all the time? Like why don't you come chill with us? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they ain't understand. See, like the people my age group was still kind of into Michael Jackson and stuff like that because hip hop hadn't became as popular as it is now yet. So like I was hanging around them to hear like the first time I ever heard the Fat Boys when Bull was beatboxing with his mouth. I had already learned about how they make beats on the drum machine. Yeah. And when they said he was doing that with his mouth, that was step one after Tila Rock. And then when I heard LL Cool, right before that I heard LL Cool J's first record, I Need a Beat. When I heard that and when I heard I Can't Live Without My Radio, those was the two records after It's Yours that had me like, damn, like that's what I want to do. Like I Need a Beat, I literally felt like I needed a fucking beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I Can't Live Without My Radio was me. Like, that was me. When I got on punishment, when my mom was like, you know, when I was fucking up in school or whatever, or doing stupid shit, she would take my radio and leave my TV. You know what I mean? So, like, LL was like the first artist that made me say, yo, I want to do what he do. I wasn't thinking about no money or none of that, no cars, no jewelry, none of that. To me, his voice was so hard, and he was like a lyrical dude. His flow was crazy. Like everything about him was so sickening. I felt like I wanted to be like him, and I wanted to crush everybody because I felt like, you know, LL was just a rapper to me that nobody was better than at that time in his era. His first two albums, like, undeniable. So that was my influence. Tila Rock, LL, and then like moving forward, the Juice Crew, the whole Juice Crew, Big Daddy Kane, Kool G Rap, Marley Marl as a producer, MC Shan. That's when I first started getting into the producers, like the beats. Yeah. Like Marley Marl is my favorite producer of all time. LL is my favorite rapper. Marley Marl is my favorite producer. And the Juice Crew is my favorite crew, hip-hop crew of all time, even up to now. To me, nobody has ever been better than them. To me, like, when you put them in their era, even Young Money, like, you know what I'm saying? You got Wayne, Drake, and Nicki. Back then, think of the Symphony, Kool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, Master Ace, Craig G.
Yeah.
Then think of the dude who produced it all, Marley, right?
Marl, yeah.
Then you get to MC Shan, the OG of the clique. Then the female of the clique, Roxanne Shante.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the offsprings like Tragedy,
Yeah.
Intelligent Hoodlum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the other members of the Juice Crew, was just sickening, man. Like Craig G, when I heard Duck Alert, when they was dissing Red Alert, and I was like, yo, Craig G is a problem. Master Ace was a problem. All of them dudes was like the Symphony was like the Four Horsemen to me of rap back then. Like nobody was better than them. You know what I'm saying? And they excited me, man. I remember when Big Daddy Kane first said, "Stick a quarter in your ass because you played yourself." Me and my man Yahya was calling each other. We was calling each other. I remember listening to Lady B on Friday night on Pod 99 Street Beat. When she played it, I had my tape set up. I was taping, and I was calling my man. We was calling each other. Our phones was busy.
Yeah.
And when we finally got through, we was yelling and screaming like, "Yo, did you hear what he said?" He said, "Stick." I was like,
crazy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like that's
even to this day.
Yeah.
That's still like that's crazy right there.
Yeah. And then all of their first albums was classic. Oh, I forgot about Biz Markie as part of the Juice Crew.
Yeah.
When you think about all the Juice Crew members' first albums, it was retarded. The only crew that's close to them to me in hip hop that ever was close to them is the Wu, because out of the Wu, all of the first dudes' albums was pretty much classics.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you think about
Seven
Ray,
classics.
Ghost, you know what I'm saying? All of them dudes.
Then the Wu
Jizza,
albums.
The Wu, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think about Marley Marl's two albums that he had with everybody on it. Think about Shan's album. G-Rap's album.
G-Rap.
Shantae's first album.
Yeah.
Biz Markie's first album. Craig G's, Master
Yeah.
Ace, and you know, all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what fueled me, like all of that kind of stuff.
When did you start getting into actually performing? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I started getting into performing. I'm trying to think. It was like junior high. No, I didn't start getting into performing until like high school. Yeah, I used to do these talent shows at Fifth and Rockland. Now that I'm thinking about it, it was this dude. I forget his name, but he was like pretty much gagging us, and we was pretty much paying to perform. It was these fake prizes and all that, but we used to be at Second Cousins performing. It was like a bunch of us. I forget his name, the dude's name, but it was a good experience because it taught me how to I learned breath control, and I learned being able to control a crowd, rock a crowd, and all that. Like when I was in like the 9th and the 10th grade, like, you know what I'm saying, like Second Cousins, 9th and 10th grade is when I started performing, and everything was all about performing at Second Cousins at the talent shows, the showcases, and I had won the first one I won. That's what put the fuel in me. Then after that, when I knew I could go into other neighborhoods and win, I used to have dancers, backup dancers, all that, like how Kane had Scoop and Scrap. You know what I mean? We used to practice in my room and all that, like niggas being there flipping around, doing all kinds of crazy stuff and backing me while I'm rapping. That was all a part of me building my stage presence. That's crazy. I haven't thought about that since we did that. That you asked me that. But anyway, and then building up to like Bobby Dance. Like once I got in 11th grade, and I started going to the Bobby Dance parties at the hotels and all that, the Penn Towers and the joint on 46th and Market down there. No School Monday parties. They started letting me get on stage and just rapping over the instrumentals at the end of the party, like when it wouldn't mess up the groove of the party.
Yeah.
But people didn't want me to stop. First couple times I did it, they was like, "Yo, kick another one," and then it was like, you know, the rappers wasn't disrespectful to each other back then. We battled in Cypher, but we wasn't disrespectful. Like other dudes, I would hype other dudes up who were scared to get up there in front of a whole bunch of people that wasn't from their neighborhood, because you know it's a mixed crowd.
Yeah.
I would hype them up. The next thing you know, other dudes is jumping up.
Yeah.
My bad. Other dudes is jumping up on the stage, and you know what I'm saying, between dances and stuff like that. Then Bobby, like when I first dropped my first record in '93, when Golden Boy had first came to Philly on Power 99, Bobby Dance and Charlie Mack always made sure whatever shows that they brought here that I was the opening act. Name some big names from back then in the '90s that you could picture coming to Philly, and I'll probably open for one out of every maybe 5 of them. Name one off the top of your head from '93.
From '93 to what you say, '94?
93 to '94. Yeah.
Wu-Tang?
Yup, open for Wu-Tang at the Civic Center. Me and Nina Ross. Nina Ross never had a show before. Her first time on stage was with me at the Civic Center. And she froze up on stage, and I had to say some of her lines for her. And we still joke about that when we see each other. And to this day, she'll tell you after that show is when she became a beast. She never, she made sure that wasn't going to happen to her no more. Yup, Wu-Tang, yup. Name one more.
Biggie.
That's the only one I never performed, I never opened up for. But I did, when my name started ringing, I did have a walkthrough with Biggie. Somebody had paid me to come chill out, like a couple $100 down in South Jersey. But actually, I spit for Puff at the Armory, and I had a meeting. My first big meeting was with Puff, and he liked me, but he said at the time that I reminded him too much of Heavy D, and Hev was a good friend of his, and he couldn't sign me because that'd be disrespectful. Blah 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 blah. But that just fueled me to keep on going.
Keep it moving.
The fact that I had a meeting with Puff when Bad Boy Offices wasn't even all occupied yet. I caught his attention. I spit for him. You know what I mean? But when I played the records, my voice tone, he said it was too similar. I was younger, so my voice was a little bit lighter. It did sound like Heavy D to a point. I ain't gonna lie, but if you listen to me, you knew I didn't sound like him. But at first listen, you know what I'm saying? It's just people is weird like that. You know what I mean? But I open for a lot of big names, man. MC Lyte, Onyx, Public Enemy. I don't know. I can't even remember all of them, man. KRS-One. And when I say open, I wasn't just a dude rapping. I came out there and rocked that shit. No record deal, no big, huge hit record videos or nothing. I just came out there and rocked that shit. I made sure when I made my show tapes that my beats dropped out at the right point, and they would go a cappella right where my punchlines go at, make the beat drop back in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was hands on with all that shit. So you know what I mean? Good experiences, man. Good experience. Nas.
Nas. I forgot Nas.
Nas, yeah.
Forgot Nas. Nas came here. Was the Roots Ride the Roots?
Yeah, the only time I ever performed with the Roots, it's so crazy because we always knew each other, but I didn't perform with them until 2004. I remember out of nowhere, Freeway called me and was like, "Yo, meet me at the Electric Factory." I'm at the Electric Factory. I'm like, "What we doing here?" He's like, "We're gonna get on stage with the Roots real quick." It was a jam session, Music Soul Child, Jill Scott, and the only other rappers outside of that Roots genre, the style of rap that they do, there's only street type niggas was me and Freeway. We got up there, and I told them to play Dwick. Me and Freeway got the Dwick.
Oh, from Gangstar?
Yeah. We got a
Gangstar
freestyle
Nice
of that.
Smooth?
Yeah, Freeway got to be the short shot. Jack Frost, he got to be the short shot. They start playing that, and we rocked that shit. Yeah, legendary. Yeah, good shit.
And you got your first deal with Columbia in what was that? 98, 99?